So my name is Dr. Ryan Schaff. I'm Associate Professor of Educational Technology here. I'm also the chair of the advanced programs here at Notre Dame, and I love working with the GEI program. So I actually volunteer my time to actually come and work with you all because it's just some of the hardest working students that we have come from this program. Our last year was an absolutely phenomenal time. We had students that came from China and they were just in a whirlwind and they had a blast and a lot of fun. So welcome to this orientation. I'd like to introduce Molly King.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you. You've probably received a lot of emails from me, especially if you are intending on completing your program in the very accelerated option, which ends in May of 2026, which is just around the corner. So for folks that are not completing in May and you'll be in May of 27, you may not have heard from me yet, and that is to be expected. So thank you, Ryan. I'm Molly King. I'm the Director of Clinical Field Experience here in the School of Education, which means that I am responsible for coordinating all of your internships, which I have been hard at work on. So I will also be responsible for providing orientation for your internships. For those that are starting this fall, that will be on Friday. So you should have received information for that. So I worked very closely with some of the recent graduates from the program. We had 10 students who graduated in May of 2025, all with 4.0 GPAs. Many of them are about to start teaching contracts in Baltimore City Public Schools. They were hired for special education or TESOL positions, which is very exciting. And I had the opportunity to supervise some of them out in the field. And it's just been an honor to work with this program. We're looking forward to having it continue to grow. And with that being said, it is my pleasure to introduce our Dean, School of Education, Dr. Julianne Dupuy.
So welcome everyone. Great to see you in person here in the US. We got to have dinner in Shanghai when Dr. Pallet and I were over there a month ago now. Yeah, I feel like 2 months ago, I guess at this point. So we're really excited that you are here and you get to join the cohorts that are already here. And like, Dr. Schaff said, we love having you all here and teaching you and excited to have you in the schools. We have lots of exciting things planned for you, not just curricular, academic, but we'll have fun activities for you too planned. I don't know if you've heard from your friends or other students, but we like to do a lot of fun activities outside the classroom too. So stay tuned for that. We have lots of supports in place for you. So if you have any questions or any concerns, make sure you come to any of us. We're, always here for you. My office is usually, we had a flood that just happened. So I'm in the conference room right over here right now, but usually it's down the end of the hall, the total opposite end of this hallway, 323B. So feel free to stop by anytime. Advisors are here in this part of the building. Always open and happy to see you. So
You want to introduce Lisa real quick?
and then I'll introduce Dr. Lisa Pallet, our Associate Dean.
Welcome. We're excited to be here. Any questions? We're happy to help.
Oh, yes, I could have a question. When can we have our ID card?
Yeah, you can get them today. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the ID cards are in Rice Hall. They are, if you walk right out this building, it's right down this pathway. It's a small building right in front of, this is Caroline Hall, the main hall. It's right down this hill right over here.
When we
So
finish, I'll walk folks down that are interested in getting their IDs today.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
And does this ID card also apply to us our library card?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Also for lunch?
Yes.
Yes.
But is this ID card equivalent to the real ID?
No.
Good question.
Great question. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Always
Yeah.
use it, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And then the textbooks. So do we get textbooks from the library or e-textbooks?
It depends on your course.
Yeah.
So it'll be, your professor will tell you, you can also go onto your course site and it'll tell you on the syllabus. So sometimes, if it is a hard copy book, you can rent them, borrow them from the library.
Yes.
Some of the courses use e-text, some of them just use articles, so they don't actually have textbooks. So it really just depends on your course. So you'll see it on the syllabus.
The easiest way to find it is either on the syllabus or go to ndm.edu and look up bookstore and it'll tell you the process of how to buy your books.
But you can also get it on Amazon too. Like, if you can always look for it for cheaper.
Yep.
Or ask your friends who have already taken the class
Yeah.
that are here,
Yeah.
right? Like, send an email to the other students and, that have taken it. You guys should start keeping. You should start keeping the library. Yeah.
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 And so you really need a printing service available around.
And the university, and you'll use your ID card for that as well.
Okay.
There'll be a lot more, like, a lot of these are like the questions that you'll get, like, will be answered for you as you read the handbook, read through information that we have online. So what we'll do is afterwards, I can show you how to gain access to a lot of the questions you're asking. Most of it's on the ndm.edu website.
Just so you don't have to remember it all.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
But there's printers all around, like downstairs by the mail center, and you just send your print job down there and you swipe your card.
Do we have certain credit printing service?
I don't know.
What was your question?
Certain amount of credit on the printing service.
Yes, I think there's $20 on the card, so $20.
Sorry, ask you so.
No, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are
good
great
question.
questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when can we have contact? We have the job, when can we have like?
Oh, you're planning to say what classes you're gonna take? You should have that. We should, right? You and Donna, yeah, we have that for you. So we can. Did you change how long you were extending your program?
I currently decided to go for 2 years program.
Okay, so did you just decide that, were you originally gonna do the 1 year,
1.5 years.
the 1.5 years? You just, okay, so we are just switching those plans over. So I believe that we have that figured out. Because I know a lot of you just did that like recently, so we're just expanding that out for you. So
Thank you.
don't worry, we have,
Yeah.
like, I mean, you have plenty of time. We have it all figured out. We have all the courses for you. It's just a matter of when you're gonna take them, but you're good.
Yes, and also, does the library offer the writing center service?
The library doesn't, but we have Writing Center here, and we also, in the School of Education, we pay for our own personalized writing tutors, who are Notre Dame, adjunct faculty. We've been working with them for years, so we can definitely give you their information.
And in terms of the extra curriculum, for example, if you would like to run a club, is that possible?
So that's gonna take us into our orientation today. We
Yeah.
have a lot of different representatives here to share more information. If more questions pop up, please just write them down. If we do not answer them during the session today, we will certainly have time at the end. Thank you for all of your excitement. We're gonna go ahead and finish introductions and then we'll be able to dive into our
Thank you.
content. Thank you
Yep.
so much. So next up, I'm going to introduce to you Dr. Lauren McHugh, who is our new advisor for initial licensure MAT, so Masters in Teaching and GEI programs. So Lauren, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's really nice to meet all of you. I'm very new on the job myself. I just started last week. But I'm excited, but I'm not new to Notre Dame. I've been adjunct here with some of the literacy courses since 2009. I always remember the exact time because I was maternity leave with my daughter, just turned 16, but I started when I taught my first class. So I've been doing that for a long time, and then I started the PhD program here 9 years ago and just graduated this past May. So my connection with Notre Dame runs deep, and I'm so excited in this new role. I just retired from 30 years of public education. I did 22 years as a reading specialist currently. So I'm really excited to take on this role and to be with all of you. And at the school where I taught, where I was the reading specialist, we had called the PBS school. So we had a lot of interns from Notre Dame, and I was site coordinator, and I worked closely with the interns there. And it was the best experience. So to be able to do this now full-time is wonderful. So welcome to all of you. I look forward to meeting you all individually. My office is right next to the elevator, right here in room 311. And I'll be here quite a bit and plan to have some office hours to help you with anything that you need with your courses or anything, and certainly online as well. So I'm looking forward to meeting each of you individually, getting to know you.
You are good.
Thank you, Lauren. Okay, Kathy and Wilbert, and Sarah, would you like to introduce your team, enrollment management? Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kathy Hurd, and I'm the Vice President of Enrollment Management, Marketing, and Student Services. And you all don't really see me that much because I'm sort of in the background helping Wilbert and Sarah and Nick and team do things and get things done. But I am just really excited to be here, really excited for you to be here. Look forward to working with you and watching you be successful. It's exciting. And those extracurricular activities that we were talking about, I hope to be able to catch a couple of those and go with you some of those places. So again, welcome to Notre Dame of Maryland University. I am thrilled and grateful that you're here. And so I'll turn it over to Wilbur.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. I'm really glad I'm able to attend today. This is really special. I like attending orientation. And as she mentioned, my name is Wilbert Yeses. I think I've exchanged email with some of you and maybe Sarah. Sarah, can you join me up here and say a few words? So as I've said, orientation is really special because for me, it is kind of like in admissions and enrollment, we're passing the baton to now your academic support and your student support. So if you look around, this will be your support group here at Notre Dame. So if you have anything that you would like to talk about, any issues in the classroom or any support that you will need, so look around the room right now. This will be your support group, including us in admission. So we're not saying like, okay, we're gonna let go of you because now we're done with enrollment. But this is really a special thing because now we're handing over the baton to them. And I know that you guys will be in good hands. So I know that you guys traveled far and away. Julia, Lisa, and I were able to go to Shanghai. And I know it's a long flight. So thank you for being here. And rest assured, you will be supported along the way. So I like that you are asking a lot of questions. We want all of you to ask a lot of questions. There will be more of you here. I think majority of them are joining remote, or this will be recorded and they can.
It's being recorded.
Okay,
right
it will
now.
be recorded. So there will be more than 5. That's definitely. And so Sarah, do you want to say something too? Because Sarah is the one that you guys have interacted the most.
Yes, yes.
Hello and welcome. You all worked so hard to get here. I am very proud of you. That is your first achievement right off the bat. You were brave enough to go through the admissions process. You were brave enough to come to a new country. We are, as he said, all here to support you. So I just wanted to say hi. I know some of you have seen me via Zoom. This is what my face actually looks like. We're normally just typing. My office is Teresa Hall, which is downstairs from 108. You're in capable hands, but if you need anything, you're always welcome to come by. My door is always open. 2 things I want to impart to you is number 1, the only bad question is the unasked question. So ask anything you have. You're going to get a lot of information, but as the days go by, as the weeks go by, you'll have other questions. Ask these people. This is your team to support you. It's not just for you. I know several of you have children here. So it's also for the whole family. If you have questions about that process or how things work in America or transportation or what have you, there are people here to help you. So don't suffer. Don't be quiet. Ask anything you want. We're here to help you, and we're super proud of you. Have fun.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Absolutely.
So,
Happy to introduce yourself. Let me see.
yeah.
That's okay.
Just give me just 1 minute. So we have an agenda for today, just to kind of go over what we're going to do. So, we have Nick Armstrong from Student Life. He's going to go over all the different, student life situations, a lot of the, services that you have available to you. We also have, Molly's going to be discussing the field experiences. She's going to be talking about it briefly because she's giving you a full orientation at the end of the week. Is that correct?
Yep, Friday.
Yep. Dr. Mueller is going to be joining us for international advising. Knowing that you want to build a sense of community, we've actually we have asked one of our local groups. We've kind of done like a informal partnership with well, it's actually Campus Ministry is going to come in, but we also talked to RUF Ministries, which is a group that works with a lot of international students to be, you know, to kind of develop that type of community that you might be missing from home. So we have Campus Ministry, then RUF, and then I'm going to show you Molly and I are going to show you some of the resources we developed to support you during your academic work here. So that's the agenda. So what I'm going to do right now is this. I'm going to give you a brief background on Notre Dame. Then I'm going to ask Nick to join me afterwards. So he's going to introduce more about student life. So Notre Dame was founded in 1873 by the school system of Notre Dame. They are nuns who are from Europe, whose real background was education. They're originally from the Germany area. And they came over and migrated to the United States in the mid to late 19th century. And what they ended up doing is they developed this university on this campus here. So this was one of the very first buildings built at Notre Dame. So we have 60 acres of actually wooded campuses. That's really rare in Baltimore. Sometimes you can see deer and foxes in the wooded areas here. So it's kind of nice. It's great. The trees, there's a lot of mature trees over here. If you go close to the library, there's a nice stream area. So it's a very nice walk, and it's good. You can get your steps in if you ever need some exercise. You can walk around campus like a big loop. So we currently serve about 2,000 students across undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs. We're organized into professional schools. The School of Education has the most students. Come on, go. Sorry, not my computer. There we go. Come on. There we go. So our mission is to prepare leaders who transform the world. That is our main mission. Originally, we were one of the very first Catholic women's colleges. In fact, we produced the very first baccalaureate degrees in the 19th century. In 1895, we graduated our first class with 5 graduates. They were the first 5 female bachelor degree recipients in the United States. We became completely gender inclusive in 2023. We did have male students here previously. We had weekend college. We had the College of Adult Undergraduate Studies. They have been co-ed for many years, but finally, and we had a traditional women's college that served only women. And then in 2023, it was decided to be more inclusive, that we would be co-ed. So we're known for strong liberal arts, health sciences, education, and professional programs. So undergraduate enrollment, again, this data is a little bit older, but undergraduate, we have about 686 as fall 28. Acceptance rate is about 86%. So we have a student ratio of about 12-1. So you have very small class size. You're like, oh, they're not very popular. Actually, small class size means you get more individual attention, especially in the education department, because although we serve a lot of different students and our graduate program is quite immense, you have a very low student to faculty ratio. So meaning you get, again, more individualized, personalized instruction. We were voted as the best education master's program for your money, meaning it was the most cost effective and it gave you the best quality of education by money.com. So we're located in Baltimore's Homeland neighborhood, close to the city. So we're not too far from the city. So there's a lot. I heard some people mentioning, what about the community? What about the area? There's a lot. You have amazing cultural locations. You have the Inner Harbor. You have the city with a rich, vibrant place. There's museums, there's the Baltimore Museum of Industry, there's Maryland Science Center, there's the aquarium. There's so many different like enriching places to visit. If you like seafood, there's great crabs. The crabs are to die for. They are very good. So some of the features on campus, we have the Loyal Notre Dame Library. It is all the way on the other side of campus. So it's a good walk to get your steps in. But it is between here and Doyle Dining Hall, so you can eat, then go and visit the library. So we share that with our university that's across the street, Loyola. We do have, let's see, NCAA, we're Division III athletics. I actually do invite the GEI students to come and watch games with us. The very first thing I got to do after I got off my sabbatical was I took the GEI, our GEI colleagues from last year. I took them to the last regular season game for men's basketball, and they won in overtime by 1 point. So it was really cool. It was a great time, and those are free. Those are an absolute like wonderful time to actually go and be entertained for free. So our teams are known as the Gators. It's kind of our mascot, our like fun thing. I have to be careful because my son just started at a school and there's the Bulldogs, so I have to be careful.
Where'd your son go?
Wingate, so it's North Carolina, yeah. So I just got back Sunday night. So we offer undergraduate, graduate, doctoral degrees. So a lot of the students that came here to the GEIs, they're thinking about doing even advanced degrees after that. So plus we do a lot of certificates. I've heard somebody talking about AI and just education. We're actually starting a graduate certificate in AI and learning. So it's pretty cool. We have a lot of focused areas. We have STEM, we have TESOL, we have GT, special education, there's digital leadership. So there's a lot of different programs. And we are accredited by CAPE and approved by the Maryland State Department of Education. So again, we have graduate doctoral programs. We're actually starting up an education EDD program very soon. So in our PhD, we're actually working with students also, I think from China to try and get a cohort that starts with PhD. So we're actually trying to bring PhDs into to start our program as well. So again, recognized in 2025 for top value in graduate education. So why, and why did you make the choice? And I'm going to kind of reaffirm why you made this choice. Number one, we have strong accreditation. That means that we are teaching what we should be teaching you, preparing you for a career in which you will be prepared for. And you will become a lifelong learner. So you're just discovering once you leave our hallways, once you leave our schools, you will be prepared for what comes in the future. Field-based learning development. So Molly is going to talk about all of the awesome things you're going to be doing in your field experiences. It is meant to give you real-world experience. So you're in the classroom. A lot of times, like my traditional one, I had to wait like a bunch of different semesters until eventually at the very end of my program, I was in classrooms. Here, they have you in classrooms almost immediately. That is a gift. Diverse specialization options. So you can discover if you really like special education, you can explore special education and TESOL and all the other different programs we offer here. You can explore that and you can customize that almost to your own schedule. Flexible format. So and again, some of this is specifically you have to be in person, but other programs, other graduate degrees, other things that we'd offer are full-time, part-time. We do a lot of online as well. So summary, we're mission-driven. We are a Catholic university with a rich history and evolving identity. The School of Education exemplifies this mission through rigorous, accredited, and practice-focused programs. And ideal for future leaders aiming to innovate in education, particularly in high-needs subject areas, such as special education, TESOL, and all the other ones I mentioned before. Okay. So at this time, I want to invite my colleague, Nick, come on up, please. And I will open up the slideshow for you.
Fantastic.
No problem. Just give me like a moment. Did you Teams it to me or did you?
Email.
Okay. Give me just a second.
I could talk for free.
Okay. See.
Hey, how are y'all? How long have you been in Baltimore? 2 weeks? Okay. Have you seen anything interesting? Okay, museum. Which museum did you go to? Okay. Did you take the train?
Driving there.
Oh, y'all are driving in, okay, I don't even drive in DC.
You're welcome. Do you want me to invite answer? You got it. Okay, just be careful not to trip over this.
So the name of the presentation today is called Arrive and Thrive because you are arriving and hopefully after you leave today's presentation, you feel like you have the things you need to thrive while you're here. So again, my name is Nicholas Armstrong Wright. I serve as your Dean of Students. And so who are we? So student life includes accessibility and student inclusion. So if a student needs, or if you or anyone in your cohort may need accommodations in order to gain equal access to learning, we'll provide those accommodations as well. Case management and community standards, the counseling center, health services, housing and residence life, student engagement and community programs. So I know you asked about student clubs, so we'll get there in that today. And then related offices, athletics. We're very strong partners with athletics. Mission and ministry. I love history. So as you know, Notre Dame is Historical Women's College. I also went to Historical Women's College for undergrad. So anything around historical women colleges, I'm your guy. And then we also work closely with our service learning office as well. So if you're wondering how to get engaged with community service, ways to give back, we work closely with that area as well. So student engagement. Student engagement, the biggest thing coming up in October is called Gator Fest. So on the lawn of Doyle Hall, it's a big open space. We have all the clubs and organizations will be out there tabling, giving away free goodies to encourage people to join the organization. There's a food truck, there's a DJ, there's a photo booth. It's basically a party outside to get to meet people, to build friendships, and to join clubs. After that, we have the Christmas celebration, also known as the Christmas dinner. It's very big on our campus. So it is around dinner time. Everything is catered around dinner. There's a huge tree there, and clubs and organizations actually will receive funds to make their own ornament. And they'll be called up front to, I call it trimming the tree, but they'll put their ornament on the tree to recognize their group as well. It is always packed, hundreds of people there every year. It's my favorite time of year. So we do the song 12 Days of Christmas. And last year I was assigned, have y'all heard the 12 Days of Christmas? I can't sing, but basically each day is assigned something. Last year I was assigned 5 golden rings. So when it came to our turn, we had to sing 5 golden rings. And then you go down to 4, da, 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 2, da, 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 and a partridge in a pear tree. But I went to the store. I bought 5 huge planter rings and I spray painted them gold in my office. And then I went and got these big balloons that had the number 5 on it because a table can win, like who had the best table. And I was cheated. I didn't win. It was rigged. I'm convinced I didn't win. Next, we have Notre Dame Day. It's basically a celebration of the school's history and its birthday. It takes place in February. Heritage celebration. So we celebrate Black History Month, APITA Month, which is Asian American, American Pacific Islander Month. So things that fall within the Asian diaspora, things that fall within the African diaspora. We're right now preparing to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, which starts in September. So Native American History Month as well. So we celebrate all those cultural months here on our institution as well. And then our favorite, which is clubs and organizations. So we have roughly 35 clubs and organizations on campus. When you have time to explore which clubs are here, if you say, there's not a club for us, you can make your own club. And we also have funding for that as well. So each event a club would like to have, they get up to $250 to spend on any event or program they would like to host as well. And we also encourage students to collaborate. So oftentimes our Black Student Union, Asian Student Union, Hispanic Cultural Club often collaborate to combine their funds to host larger programs. Any questions?
Oh, the 2 festivals can be one family member.
You sure can invite family members. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. So we also, health services fall under us as well. I won't go too deep into this because it confuses people, but it goes over the immunizations that are required to be on campus. So we do require all students to have MMR, Tdap, TB. The one for meningitis is optional if you live off campus. So if you live off campus, you don't have to worry about it. Is everyone on or off campus? Who lives off campus?
Everybody.
Everybody, great. So the meningitis one does not pertain to you, but MMR and Tdap and TD are required vaccinations. You may have received an email from Magnus Health prompting you to upload immunization records. All right, housing and residence life. None of you all live on campus, but you may make friends with people who do. So I'm going to go over what is it like living on campus. So the hierarchy here is we have a director of housing and residence life. She lives on campus. So if there's ever a crisis, she can respond quickly. We have a graduate resident coordinator, which is a level up right under her, who also helps with programming, safety, security, and belonging. After that, we have 11 resident assistants who also live on campus. So they're like peer leaders who live on the floors to make sure people are following the rules, or they also help with belonging and they do programming for their specific floor as well. And if you have any questions about residence halls, you can contact us at residencelife@ndm.edu. So the Office of the Dean of Students, which is where I do most of my work, we have an office called case management. I think of case management as a safety net for all students. If you don't know where to go, you have questions, you're unsure who to ask, case management is a really great place to start. Our motto is knowing when to walk behind a student, beside a student, or in front of a student. So our most common referrals through case management is mental health. So oftentimes, if a faculty member or staff member notices a student may be having a difficult time, it can be homesickness. Like, I'm not from China, I'm from Mississippi, but to me it's very far away, so I often get homesick, which could be considered a mental health concern. So they may refer you to us for a mental health concern. Then we'll talk to you all about, do you need counseling? If so, how do we sign you up for counseling? Financial concerns are also common referrals that we receive. So students may have unexpected financial crisis. So we can plan as much as we can, but life will still happen sometimes and we can't plan for everything. So we do have a small fund called the Student Emergency Fund that we can use to support students who are experiencing an unexpected financial crisis, and it's not directly related to tuition or books. So we can't buy books and we can't support tuition. But let's say, what's a common one we get? Sometimes students may have missed a paycheck and they need food. We will send them an e-gift card for like $300 so they can go to the grocery store to buy food, things like that. And then adjusting to college, which manifests in a lot of ways. College is hard. And oftentimes it looks so glorified, like, oh, we're going to college, it's super fun. No, because my life doesn't stop. So now I have to do my life and go to college. And that can be difficult too. So sometimes we help students triage or talk out new plans when life changes to make sure that they get what they need to be successful. We also provide coordinated care. So navigating a medical system is already difficult. I'm sure navigating a medical system in a different country is extremely hard. So we also help students navigate medical systems internal and externally. So oftentimes, if a student needs to go to the urgent care and they don't have a car and they're on campus, we have a fund to send the student a Lyft code to get them a ride to and from urgent care. Because sometimes that can be difficult. If a student needs assistance with paying for certain medications, we also have a fund that can assist with that as well. Yeah, any questions about case management? No? All right. Community standards is, loading, sorry, let me go back. Community standards is our fancy word of saying student conduct. So here we have an honor code and we expect all students to follow our honor code. And basically the honor code states that you'll be honest, you won't cheat, you'll be respectful, and you will be a contributing member to our larger community. So these are the standards we expect every single student to follow. And when students step outside of those expectations, that's when community standards come into play, because now you violated the standards we've set for our community. And there are plenty of ways to violate it, but I don't think y'all have a problem. Y'all look like trusting people. One is academic integrity. So AI last year was the #1 violation of our honor code. Probably will be this year too. And so I always tell people, if you need an extension, just ask. If you feel like if your assignment is due at midnight and it's 11:58 and you're not going to be finished, submit what you have. It is always best to just submit what you have, email your faculty member and explain it like, hey, I have a lot going on right now. I did my best. May I have an extension? They may not give it to you, but a 40 on an assignment is better than a 0 and an F in a course. So take the 40, you can rebound next week. And so this is what I always tell students, never cheat. It's never worth it. And always communicate with your faculty member. They're way more understanding than students give them credit for because they were once in your seat. So they understand the journey of being a scholar. And then I think this comes to a conclusion of our presentation. I'll give a copy of this to Ryan so he can share it with you all as well. No problem. So if you ever have a concern, like if you think that I need resources, I don't have resources, they're financial, or I'm having a mental health issue, or any issue that you feel like you don't want to talk to your faculty member about, there is something called a student outreach and support forum. It covers a variety of things. It goes to our case management team. It covers literally homesickness, family concerns. Sometimes, although we love our family, they can be a burden. And so sometimes you want a safe space to talk about that. We allow that sometimes. And I always tell people, we're not counseling, we're not therapy, but we're a great foot toward that if that's something you would like to get to one day. The counseling center, we talk about it all the time. It's sometimes students don't want to go to counseling, but they want to talk out their issues and have solutions. And so sometimes they'll often start in case management and work their way to counseling services as well. And if you have a friend or someone in your cohort who you may think is struggling and don't want to get help, you can also submit this form. We'll reach out to them. The email basically will say, hey, my name is Nick from the Dean of Students Office. A caring person was concerned about your well-being, and I would like to talk to you more about what's happening in your life and how we can provide solutions if possible. So we love warm referrals. And then an incident report, if you witness a crime or if you see something that doesn't feel nice or right to you, you can always submit an incident report and we will engage in further investigations. And that concludes my time with you all today. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make sure to share this with you and I'll show you how I'll share it afterwards.
And in addition to the supports that Nick just described for us, the School of Education also has specific success coaches who are available to support you if you're struggling within your coursework. So if you are struggling to understand assignments or the content, or you're struggling to navigate Canvas, which is our online platform, you're struggling with academic writing, whatever it may be, reach out to your advisor and we can connect you with one of our success coaches who can set up a time to meet with you to talk through your concerns. So that's a School of Education specific support that we also have available. Okay.
Student teacher has office hours.
Yeah.
The short answer is yes.
Yes.
So they may not
They do
yeah.
it by appointment.
by appointment.
So
yes.
like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. They would find a time usually to do it. Or they may just offer.
And they can talk to us online.
Mhm.
You got it.
Yeah, so
Depending on the situation and the instructor.
yeah, some of it will definitely be online, especially if it's an online course, as some of our instructors are not full-time here at the university, so they may not have a permanent office here. They might be an adjunct faculty member or an associate faculty member. So definitely schedule by appointment, but it can certainly be via Zoom. So Ryan, do we have an agenda? Do I need to go back?
It's slide, I think 2 or 3.
Okay.
There it is.
Great, okay, so, as you know, I'm Molly King. While I'm pulling up the slides, I would love for all of you to introduce yourselves so we can hear your names. If you could share your name, your area of certification, so the area that you're going to be studying, and if you brought any children with you, and what you're looking forward to seeing or exploring in Baltimore or just in the United States. It doesn't have to be in Baltimore. So I'll go first. I'm Molly King. Like I said, I'm the Director of Clinical Field Experience. I used to be a special education teacher at the middle school level before I joined Notre Dame. I live in downtown Baltimore City, and I love Baltimore City. I've lived here for over 10 years. So I have a lot of recommendations about different areas, museums, restaurants, experiences, should you be interested. If you're looking forward to those things. So, all
Oh,
right. Yes.
Advantage of speaking. the
Yes.
first one. Yeah. My name is Hui Zhen Zhou. You can just simply call me Heather. That's easier for everyone. Yeah. I have been here now like 6 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in Clarksville, and I came here with my family together. I have 2 children, and they are going to go to high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What school are they going to?
River Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I live over in Columbia, yeah. I know the area very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the location is close, right?
It's about, it's like 30 minutes from here without traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. For my in my spare time, I love tea. So I think maybe if we have time together, I can make tea for everyone.
Very nice. Thank you.
That would be wonderful.
I'm very glad I have this opportunity to be here. I'm very excited for the next journey.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Yes.
Please.
Yes,
Go ahead.
please.
Yeah, please.
Hi, I'm Milan. I'm from Taiwan, and I have 3 boys with me.
Oh, wow. So you're busy. You're
Yeah. And they are all. The first one will be 6th grade this
Oh.
year, and one is 1st grade and 4th. Oh boy, so my years is the
Yes.
that they were a little bit late. And this is my second time to come to United States to study my master's program. That would be like 17 years ago. I studied UJ, so
Okay.
but yeah, before I used to be a PR professional, and now because I have 3 kids, so yeah, I like to communicate and play with the kids, so I become like my environmental teacher, like outdoor climate, yeah, so a lot of outdoor, and then yeah, so I think I can more concentrate to pursuing the education field in my future. So I will major in special education. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Great.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zhao Qing. My major here will be special education, and I bring my daughter with me here. She will be joining year 11 at Centennial High School.
Okay.
And
Or Howard
this is something I want to explore from the US because I was the head of librarian at Whitehall High School in Shanghai. And I have been in the library for over 10 years, so I want to keep my career still in the library, but also expand my knowledge in teaching. This is why I want to explore different libraries in the US and see how the people in the library works and operates. Then progress myself as a library teacher.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
So Howard County has a wonderful collection of libraries. My family goes to them regularly. They're all over, where did you said you lived in the Centennial area? Centennial,
It's Howard County, City.
there's a lot, there's at least in your area, there's probably 3 or 4 libraries within a 5-mile radius. Yeah, so you'll discover it's wonderful.
Yes, also another opportunity is working, I'm returned back to Toastmaster. club.
Yes. We have a library and media specialist program
Yep.
here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that would be great. And Baltimore City, that's where I live, has a lot of wonderful libraries as well.
Yep.
The main, it's called Enoch Pratt, and it is right in the middle of Mount Vernon, which is a pretty historical arts area close by to here. It's near the Basilica, so the cathedral, the main Catholic church is there, Archdiocese of Baltimore, as well as the Baltimore Washington Monument, which you could walk to the top of and see a beautiful view of Baltimore. So.
Great.
And the Walters Art Museum. So there's a nice little loop. There's a lot of things to do right there, and you can easily catch, if you live near here, there's a circulator free bus that runs down that way that you can take. So
Thanks.
great.
So welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Lin Xiang. You can also call me Rita.
Okay.
Rita.
And nice to come here.
Yes.
And I seldom speak English in China, but once I was an English teacher in senior high school. But my student is not good at speaking English.
Okay.
So their grade is relatively low. And I seldom communicate with them in English. And because they are poor in speaking and writing, so most of the time I taught them reading in class. So they read a lot in class, but their grades make less progress. So I have trouble. I think in myself, I have trouble speaking English and listening. So I want to develop myself so I can hear and both in oral English and teaching skill maybe. So this is my one of my purpose. The other purpose is for my son. I want him to come here to increase his knowledge and learn English, expand his vision. And so this is the two purposes I came here. And nice to meet you, the teachers and classmates.
Yes, thank you. And where is your son going to school? Do you know yet?
Rogers Forge.
Rogers Forge. Okay, very good.
That's a lovely school. That's where I went.
Okay, yes, and it's very close by as well. We have a lot of other peers, so some of the graduates as well, and some of the other students in the program who have entered at different cohorts also have children that attend Rogers Forge, which is nice.
Just now, I didn't quite catch you, teachers. I didn't quite follow you, what you said.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
So some of the other students who came to Notre Dame that are in your program, but they entered in different months, earlier months,
Yeah.
also have children who go to Rogers Forge.
Oh.
So the same school.
I mean, just now, when I listened to what you said, I didn't quite follow the teachers, what they said.
So when we some of your
Information, yeah.
information.
Okay, so
She may send me the time to
To
get it
take
to
time.
this page.
Oh.
Yeah.
got it. Okay, thank you. We're gonna learn from each other. Thank you. Yes, beautiful.
Quite enough.
Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely.
Because your speaking is quite
Fast. It is. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you.
After 2 months, you can catch up.
Yes. Thank you.
So hi everyone, my name is Yan Ting. My case is kind of similar to her. I also teach English in China, but as you know, as a second language speaker, so we need to improve our language. So here, one of my purposes is to improve my English. And also, it's very interesting to see the differences between English learning and English teaching in two different countries. So I really, so you have this internship inside this course. So that's what I love the most. I want to go to the real classroom to see how students learn and how teachers teach. And also I have a son too, and he's going to grade 4. So he's here to learn real English too. So I'm really looking forward to our school life and internship life here. And thank you very much for this meeting here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Where is your son going to school?
West Towson.
West Towson, okay.
Towson.
You pronounce that phonetically correct. If you
Yeah.
TOW, if we say your car is towed or pulled, it's pronounced that way, but for some reason we say Towson.
Okay.
Like ow, like ouch, Towson, yeah. Great, thank you, hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Lu China. Yeah, I know my Chinese name is a little difficult to pronounce, so you can call me Grace.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah, I'm from Beijing, from China. Well, I have a daughter here. She's 8 years old at West Towson Elementary School. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, we are neighbors.
Okay.
The same, yeah, in Garcelle Circle. Yeah, Versailles Circle. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I'm totally new in education because my colleague
course and my working experience have nothing to do with it.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, my course is in geography information, and I spent around 20 years working in that field. Yeah, but after I had my daughter, I got into education. I have learned some courses online in how to communicate with kids. And after when she was very young, I took her to some after school activities, and I realized a great teacher can make such big difference. So I think if I have chance, I would like to do something meaningful. So I think this is really a good opportunity for me. So I really need your professor or my classmate support, because I'm really totally new in this field. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're excited to have you. You're making a great choice. We're a little biased here, but
Yes.
okay, so given the time, Ryan, I think I'm gonna let Dr. Mueller share his slides, and I'll pop in, maybe I'll add on to our section at the end, since it is around 2 o'clock. So is that okay with you, Dr. Mueller? All right, so many of you have exchanged a lot of emails, right, and communication with Dr. Jens Mueller, who is here to share some information related to international students, visas, etc. He's going to share some information for us. I will share my information at the end, so don't worry. I promise I'm not skipping it, but
Yeah,
for the sake of scheduling.
Can you go to the main website? Yeah, it's right there. And just click on, I made a slideshow. Just go down a little bit.
Oh,
right there. Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yes, so Dr. Mueller is going to present to you all on international advising. So thank you so much, Dr. Mueller, for joining us. Thank you all for welcoming him. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna look over here. All right, hi everyone. I'm sure I've sent many emails to all of you. Glad to see you in person. So just again, my name is Jens Mueller. I am an assistant professor of religious studies here at Notre Dame of Maryland University. So I teach undergraduate students, but I'm also the primary designated school official here. So I'm in charge of all your visas. And I'm also now the director of international student education. So I'm handling a lot of other things as well. So what I want to do right now in the next 10-15 minutes is just to give you like an overview of things that you should be aware of while you are studying here, because my main goal and priorities for all of you is to, first of all, you all feel comfortable, okay? You all feel safe, and that, you know, the last thing I want you is to stress about your visa, okay? So hopefully like this presentation will give you like an overview so we're all on the same page. And as I will tell all my students all the time, when in doubt, just come to my office, ask me questions, send me an email, okay? So there's really no reason to be concerned about all of this, okay? And whenever you have a question, just feel free to stop me and then we'll talk about it, okay? So, what is the PDSO? Okay, so the PDSO is the one who handles your documents, your visa-related documents, right? So like I sent you this ominous form I-20, for example, that you needed to get your visa, and I'll handle all the databases that I will talk about later. Okay, so whenever you need to find me, okay, so I'm literally just one floor up on the 4th floor, okay, where the International Student Lounge is in Caroline Hall 403. I'm here every day of the week. Okay, so the best times to see me in my office are like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I don't teach on those days. Okay, so I'm more flexible on those days. Monday, Wednesday, I'm pretty busy teaching. Okay, you can catch me in the afternoon. Or Friday after lunch. Okay, that's usually pretty good. But Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't teach unless they give me like weird meetings. Okay, it's a pretty safe bet you will find me there in my office. Okay, so all your information is stored in what we call SEVIS. Okay, so whenever I talk about SEVIS, it's the Student Exchange Visitor Information System. That is the database of Homeland Security that stores all your international information. Okay, so that is the website that I use with you to update your information, and that's also the place where you get your I-20. Okay, so it tracks all the F1 students while they are in your while you are in the United States. Okay, and this is also the place where we update all your information. So for example, next week, I will send out an email to all international students, both undergraduate and graduate, to meet with me to update your information in CVIS. Okay, and those who are new, you will get a new I-20 because then you will be in active status. Okay. The Form I-20 is probably, besides a passport, like one of the most important pieces that you need to have with you when you are traveling internationally. Okay. Why? Because not only does it contain your CVIS ID, but this is the piece of evidence that you will need in order to enter and to re-enter the country. Okay, you do not need to have it as when you travel around the United States, but once you cross borders to Canada or you go home over the break, okay, you will need to have the I-20 to re-enter the country. Okay, so that is very important. I print them out for you, I send them to you via email, and I always have them on file on my laptop. So worst case scenario, you forget about it or you cannot find it, send me an email, I can always resend it to you. Okay, so I always have copies of those. Okay. What is important for you is to always keep me updated. Okay, so we will make our lives so much easier when you just talk to me. Okay. Even if you have questions or when you need to update your information. So for example, if you change addresses, if you move, for example, okay, so I need to update this information into CVIS. Okay, so to keep, so in case they need to get a hold of you. Okay. If your program or study changes, not so relevant for you because you're all in the same program, okay, but more for undergraduate students, if they change majors, that's important, okay. Or if any of your financial information changes, okay. So that's all stored on your I-20, okay. The second form of your I-20 becomes relevant because that includes two important pieces. Okay, so the first piece is your employment authorization. So we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so when you are eligible for this optional practical training, OPT, after you're done graduating, this I-20 form will change in that regard. Okay. Or when I sign the travel endorsement form. Okay, so that is the last piece on the second page. Okay, so I will sign this once when we meet next week or the week after. Please make always sure that I will sign this little piece of evidence. Okay, so if I don't sign the travel endorsement form, they will not allow you to re-enter the country. Okay, so I usually do it while you are with me. Okay, so you can double check me. But if I don't, please just send me an email. It's like, hey, can you sign this real quick? And I'll do it right away. Okay, and that travel endorsement signature is valid for 1 year. Okay, once I sign it. Okay, so best case scenario, I only sign it once for you and you're good to go. And then I'll sign it again when you're in OPT. Okay, but please always double check. Okay, I'm trying to be very thorough, but sometimes, things happen. It's always good to have a second set of eyes with me. Yes.
The travel endorsement. So what kind of document?
It's on your I-20. It's on the second page of your I-20. It says travel endorsement. So when we meet next week, I will show it to you and I will sign it.
Oh,
okay.
So when they
you get a new one. Since it's a new students who will start this semester will get a new I-20 because your status will change from what we call initial status to active status. Okay, so you all get a new I-20 from me next week. Okay.
You will give us a printed version.
Exactly. I'll send it to you by email and I'll print it out for you if you like.
So for the second year, we have to get another signature from you.
That is correct. Yeah. But usually, because then you will be working someplace, you can just send me an email and I will send you the signature via email. So you do not have to physically meet with me if you're far away, unless you really want to. Okay. Okay, so some important facts. Okay, so how can you stay what we call or maintain status or legal in the United States while you are on an F1 visa? Okay, so a couple of simple facts. Okay, so you need to be enrolled as a full-time student while you are here. Okay, since you are in the master's program, that means you have to have at least 9 credits per semester. Okay, unless you're in your final semester of study. Okay, and let's say you only have 2 classes left, then we can exempt you from the 9 credit rule and you can only take 6 credits, for example. Okay, but the rule is 9 credits per semester. Okay. Within these 9 credits, you are allowed to take 1 online asynchronous class. Okay, so online asynchronous means that you just work a class on your own time. You do not meet with the professor, you just do your assignments whenever you feel like it. Okay, so that is what we call like an asynchronous class. Okay. Then we have the option of like obviously like in-person classes. Okay, and then we have a thing called hybrid classes. That is when you will meet with your professors remotely, synchronously through Teams, Zoom, or whatever. Those are all okay, but only one online asynchronous class per semester is allowed for every international student. Okay.
Simple and like learn by myself.
Learn, yeah.
Well, asynchronous is meaning learning by yourself. Synchronous is we sync together, as in we're synchronous, we do it together. So right now, this would be a synchronous class. Asynchronous would be as if you're learning online by yourself.
Well, if you have students, understanding of text or requirements, so that there is a.
That wouldn't be a class. That would be you getting coached or you being like having a discussion with your instructor. So we're talking about an actual course, like the course design, like how is it designed to be implemented to you?
It's like self-study.
Would be considered a type of asynchronous if you're not meeting face to face on a regular schedule. Yeah, asynchronous means that we don't have a shared time, that we meet at the same time every week. Okay, asynchronous is when like it's typically online, but I might give you instructions and you do your own work.
I see, so the instructors will send us the material.
Yeah.
Correct. You're only allowed one of those classes. You said I think it's a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A semester.
Yeah, I
Semester.
teach an asynchronous class and I still, I don't know that all the professors do, but I still have office hours for that class. I still am accessible. We still communicate just online with everybody. We'll have like discussion points of things.
So you post all the learning materials.
Yeah, by
Correct.
week.
Yeah, and if students are struggling with some points, then they can meet at your office hours. Yes, that's.
Correct.
But the assignment should be done in time hours.
Yeah.
Exactly. But your advisors are well aware of those restrictions, so they are usually, they will make sure that you're registered for the right amount of courses. Okay. So then obviously, in order to maintain status, you have to be on campus, like i.e. in this country. You have to make academic progress, okay, so pass your classes and do well, that's important, okay. Your I-20 needs to be valid and accurate. This is where, I come to place, and we will make sure that this is, we'll do this together. And your passport needs to be valid, okay. The general rule of thumb is like 6+ months, okay. However, we had students where it's been only like 2 or 3 months, okay, and then I would say like, hey, contact the embassy, okay, to get your passport, or to update your passport, because the last thing we want is like to have an expired passport in this country, because that would get you into trouble. Okay, so please double check that if you haven't done that yet. Okay. Okay. Oftentimes I get questions about employment. Okay, both from the undergraduate side and the graduate side. So there are certain rules. Okay, so for you it's a little bit different because you only have like a one year program. Okay. So there are basically like 2 options for you. So one is on-campus work, which is, we're a small school, it's quite limited. Okay, so not every job you will see online is international students are eligible for it, but sometimes there are certain employment opportunities for international students, and usually I have an email list that I will add you to next week. If I see something, I'll send it out. Okay, so on-campus work during the semester is allowed part-time. That means 20 hours a week. Okay, so you do not need my permission to do anything. You just let me know that you're working for X, Y, and Z, and you're good to go. That is one option. Okay. The option for curricular practical training is something that people can do. However, since you are only since you're at school only for 1 year, that is not an option for you, because you have to be like you have to pass like the 1 year mark in order to be eligible for CPT. That is like an internship, for example, it's a paid internship, which you do not do. Okay. What, however, you can do is after you graduate, you can apply for what we call like optional practical training, OPT. Okay. This is a training that allows you to work in the United States for 1 year, full time, in an area of your major in education. Okay. So what would happen is during the last 3 months of your degree, you will reach out to me and say, like, hey, I would like to apply for OPT. I will set everything up. And then you will have to fill out some paperwork to get permission to be accepted for OPT. But that is something that we will discuss when the time gets closer. But this is one aspect where you would be allowed to work 1 year full-time in the United States after you graduate. Okay.
But I already used my OPT, so for my second graduate, I don't have OPT, right?
Did you do a bachelor's before?
Undergraduate, graduate school before, I used OPT.
Okay, so if you did the same degree, then yes.
Yeah.
So usually if you it's from bachelor's to master's, you will get another year from master's to PhD. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so for you, it would unfortunately be different. Okay, but that's a good question. Okay. Anything else? Okay, travel. Okay, we all want you to see your families if they're not here. Okay, we want you to explore this part of the world. Okay, so go to Canada, go to Mexico, beautiful places. Okay, you can do all of this. Please make sure that you have your passport with you and your I-20. Okay, with my travel signature. Those are the two pieces that you will definitely need to re-enter the country. Okay. Check entry requirements before you travel. Close by, it's not so big of a deal, but sometimes, if you go to like different continents, they may have other requirements. When in doubt, ask me, okay, and I will look it up for you, okay? Keep your documents in your carry-on, not your luggage, okay? I've had cases where students put it neatly into their suitcases, and then they go through customs and they don't have anything because it's been already at the belt. So please always put it in your carry-on so you can just pull it out and enter the country, okay? One aspect or important aspect is that you can stay in the US even if your visa expires, okay? So if you look at your F1 visa, it has an expiration date, okay? The expiration date only means that you are allowed to be in the United States during the entire time when you study. That means, let's pretend your visa expires by the end of this year, okay, 2025, December 2025, but you still have like 1 semester left in 2026. As long as you stay within the United States, you remain legal. You do not need to have a new visa, okay, in order to finish your study. The only time when you would need a new visa when it expired is when you leave the country. Okay, so as long as you stay within the United States, you are okay to continue your studies and you are legal in the United States. Okay. All right. Afterwards, when you graduate, you have a 60-day grace period, okay, to stay in the United States. So once you graduate, you can stay in this country for 60 days, do whatever you want to do, go see other places. That is absolutely okay. Same with the OPT, okay? When you finish your OPT, you can stay within the United States for 60 days, okay? After you graduate and after your OPT, you have 3 options. You can leave the country. You can transfer to another university if you want to pursue another degree, for example, or you can change your status, okay? So sometimes we've seen it that students who used to be on an F1 visa get a job opportunity, okay? So then when you change the status to an H-1B visa, which is like this work visa, some would apply for like permanent residency, okay? All these options are available. Those are like 3 major ones that you have once you graduate, okay? But again, once we get to that point, just, talk to me and I will let you know what your best options are, okay? Then we have common mistakes to avoid, okay? And those are like based on experience that I've seen with not so much the graduate students, but the undergraduate students, okay? Sometimes it happens that students drop a class without telling anyone, okay? That's an option, okay? But make sure that you do not drop below your 9 credits. Okay, so we do not want you to become a part-time student because then you would fall out of status and it gets into a whole lot of issues. Okay, so if you want to withdraw from a course, the first person you want to speak to is your advisor. Okay, your advisor will make sure that this is okay and come with other options. Okay, then if you're still in doubt, you can talk to me. Okay, and then I will probably just talk to your advisor. Okay, but your first point of contact in academic matters will always be your advisor. Okay. So that is very important to know. Okay. Then not updating your phone or addresses in CVIS. Okay, is also a common mistake. especially when you apply for OPT, you haven't updated your address, for example, and you don't get any information from CVIS, becomes problematic, okay? Working off campus without authorization, also a big no-no, okay? You always have to let me know when you work, okay? Because sometimes I do need to fill out paperwork for that, okay? So do not start a job without telling, okay? Because again, we do not want you to get into trouble, okay? And the last one is letting your I-20 or your passport expire, okay? But those are very, very rare cases, and usually I keep a good eye on it to make sure that this does not happen. Okay, then last slide for me. Cultural adjustment. I know the School of Education is doing a great job supporting you, okay, because this is a new country, everything is new for you, okay, and we are aware of that. Okay, so I'm from Germany originally. I've been there, okay, 10 years ago. Homesickness is normal. There's nothing to be ashamed about, okay. We live far away from our families, okay, so please seek support. Talk to your advisor, talk to your professors, talk to me about it, talk to your peers, okay, we're here to support you. We're here to have for you to have a good time, okay, so, but we can only achieve that if you talk to us, okay, so please just feel free to reach out to us and we will make sure that we can help you as much as we can, okay. To circumvent this homesickness is to just be engaged in campus life, okay, so we have lots of things going on campus. You have other peers from other cohorts still around that can help you out, okay? So just be part of the community, okay? And, you know, enjoy the year that you have at Notre Dame, okay? And then, as you know, you are in your small little cohort with the master students, but we have undergraduate students from all over the world as well, okay? So they're all unique and different, okay? So we will introduce you to our international student organization, hopefully in the fall semester. So please respect those differences and, you know, just enjoy the time that you have. Okay, so as I said, we are here to help. You know, we want you to succeed. That is our job here. Okay, so don't be shy to reach out to me or any of us. Okay, so that's what we're literally here for. Okay, and so the next thing from my end is that when the semester begins, on Monday, I will send out an email to all of you to ask to meet with me so we can update your I-20s and I will check in with you how everything's been going, okay? Any questions for me?
That F1 status, sorry, I missed some points. Is there anything should do on F1 status?
For the F1 status?
Yes, that's.
So the first thing you need to do is just to meet with me next week or the week after so we can update all your information, okay? And then you're good to go for now. And then you just take classes, make sure you pass all your classes, and then usually we're good.
Yes, and second is that's a visa thing. So even like our passport expires, but the visa still been valid, so we needed to renew the visa.
You need to, we do not want your passport to expire. Passport trumps visa, okay? So your passport is more important than your visa at that point. Okay, so we always want to make sure that your passport is valid for, you know, as I said, like 6 months would be best, okay, but no less than 3 months, okay? So we want to do that. The visa can expire and you can still remain legally in this country, okay? Because it's for the duration of stay. As long as you don't travel internationally, you are still a legal student here in the United States. That's the rule of thumb. Okay, but for you, since this is your first F1 visa that you got, that doesn't matter for you right now because your visa is probably like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So you will not run into this issue. It's just like, for example, if you would transfer to another school and do another like 4-year program where you may have this weird issue that your visa expires before your studies are done.
So with that then the point is if the visa expires, but still remaining in this country, is this legal or illegal?
If you still study here, then it's still legal.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
And about the address in service, I'm not sure if I have updated any address information.
Probably not because you just arrived.
Yeah.
Right, so we will do that next week together. Because what I do usually is I just enter the school address initially, because then I do not see any like red warning systems on from my end. Okay, as long as I put an address in it. So once we meet next week, we will update the address together. Anything else?
Thank you very much.
Thank
We
you so much for your
appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I have this slide still, I will share it with you. It's already up there and I'll give it to you.
Awesome. And I will see all of you next week at some point.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mingler.
Next up, we have Rudy from Campus Services. Can you join us, please?
Yes, thank you, Rudy. Rudy is our Director of Campus Ministry here at Notre Dame of Maryland University. So should that be something that you are interested in, it is certainly not a requirement, but should you be interested, he's going to share some information about offerings and services. Thank you, Rudy.
Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rudy Amy. As you heard before, I am the newly appointed Director of Campus Ministry here. So,
Yes.
thank you. I've been here previously for the last 3.5 years as a part-time campus minister, but it's my first time in a full-time role. So a lot of interesting things happening, a lot of different changes happening. So hopefully we can be of very good use to you. To really kind of explain like what we do in campus ministry, it's really all rooted in our mission and identity as a Notre Dame, Maryland University. So we are Catholic, as in Catholic Church, as a Catholic institution, but also the Catholic work. Yes.
Are the office or he was still in office? I have a questions.
You can go ahead and see if he
Okay.
is still here. I'll come with you. Sorry, excuse us.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That's okay.
That's
Yes. I'll say we also see ourselves as Catholic as in universal. So we are here as a place that is able to talk to anybody who comes through our doors and wrestle with the issues that face us today. Like what is happening, how do we deal with it, and what skills or formation do we need to get to those particular points. We are an institution founded by School Sisters of Notre Dame, which is why we are here today, as they founded the school in 1895. And the charism is unity. So we want to be a unified campus, not necessarily an ideals, culture, or things like that, but the understanding of, hey, we are all part of one community. Speaking of community, we are in Baltimore City, city I grew up in, although my parents are Jamaican. This is where I was born and raised. And so we are a campus community as well as a local community. And there are ways that you can get involved and build relationships and have fun. We want your experience on this campus to be a good one and not one you're just ready to get back home. And the last thing is in service and justice. So this education should be transformational, sorry. As you learn and grow to be your best selves, you work to address the structural injustice around you. So we'll have opportunities for that. On the next slide, you'll see that there are 3 staff as a part of the campus ministry. I'm the only full-time staff person, but we have Father Joe Muth is our chaplain. He works part-time, as well as Cassandra Thompson, who is our grad assistant. She is split between our office and the Office of Community Engagement. So if you're around, you might see either one of these people. Father Joe, especially important, is a resource to just simply talk to, or spiritual guidance, or if you see him at Mass, it's also a wonderful person. I've worked with Father Joe a long time, which is funny. He now says that I'm his boss, and for 10 years, he was my boss in my previous job. So it's how life changes. Yes. So our spaces and places for campus ministry. The most obvious one is the chapel. So that is on Teresa Hall's 2nd floor. That's directly attached to here. You go to the 2nd floor. You've already seen it. We have Mass during the week on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays starting next week. That's at 12:10. And then on Sundays, we have a regular scheduled Mass at 6 p.m. So that will start this Sunday. And I guess I'll talk more about what's happening this Sunday later. We have a interreligious prayer room on Doyle in the same space as the dining hall on the 2nd floor. In the back, there's also a Muslim prayer room. So in the front, anyone can use it to just pray or, gather themselves. We'll use it for different things as well. But in the back, there's a Muslim prayer room. And then my office is Teresa 124. So you can come in, grab tea, hot chocolate, snacks at any time as long as the office is open. Or if you just want to say hi.
Can we do it tonight? It's so cold and.
I'm sorry, you said it's so cold?
It's cold.
We're
Oh,
also-
in here, oh.
And I'm gonna show you also the upstairs International Student Lounge, which has snacks and is warmer, and you can also then visit Ruby. So we're almost there.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry,
bet-
it's usually 95 degrees outside, it's usually very warm in here.
Okay, so I tell you, I don't necessarily like cold office spaces, so it's not gonna be freezing ever, and it's not gonna be super warm. So like so yes, you can come in there, we'll have hot chocolate and things amongst other places. So I like to say, unlike the lounge, I like to think I'm better company than, you know, if you just walk in there. So, yes, so you can please stop by and say hello. If you want to talk about anything, I would definitely here for that, offer spiritual guidance, either from myself or from Father Joe. Father Joe's office is right next to the chapel at Teresa 216. So if you need to see him or for anything, he is right there. What do? We do quite a few things, 3 categories. Let's say it's hospitality inclusion. So like I said before, we offer snacks and tea and various other food opportunities throughout the semester. On second Sundays after our mass, we'll have Hospitality Sunday. The first one up in September is ice cream. I think the one in October will be cinnamon rolls. So like the opportunity to just, you know, fellowship, have things, have something to drink and talk to people is something we would love to have and have you there. All Saints with a day with cupcakes with different saints on there. We have Three Kings Day. We have king cake from New Orleans. And then if you ever had king cake, there's like a baby inside. So they say if you cut a piece of cake with a baby inside, that you'll have good luck for the rest of the year. So that's something we like to do. We have various different cultural celebrations. We've celebrated Asia Pacific Islander Month. We celebrated African culture, Caribbean culture. We do something for Our Lady of Guadalupe. So we want to make sure each culture is kind of included, that we have in part of the student body in terms of the things we do. And we also collaborate with different clubs and organizations to also make sure that we're responding to the need of what the students have. Community and self-care, we will offer different retreat experiences. Probably will have more different ones this year than previous year. So we'll have, in terms of retreat experiences, we'll have one limited capacity overnight retreat in November. So we'll go away from campus. We'll have the opportunity to be out in a more nature spot in like indoor cabin, and then talk and go through a various theme. I think there's some other fun things you can do, like, you know, rock climbing and various things like that. Just the opportunity to just want to get away and just, you know, say, hey, we're in this space. Let's reset ourselves for, you know, for the end of the semester. So that'll be sometime in late November. But we'll also have something to say you can't get away from campus. Like we'll have like twilight retreats, at least once a semester. We'll have something in the evening where, again, you can have fellowship, have conversation, opportunity to pray and be together, and in order for us to really feel in the spiritual capacity that, you know, we're somewhere and that we're not letting the busyness of life get to us. And something, if you're also busy and say you can't do that either during the Advent, which is like December season, or in Lent, which would be in February and March, we have what's known as the Busy Person Retreat. So you can sign up, and depending on your schedule, you'll meet with a spiritual advisor once a week over Zoom through like a half hour and talk about anything that you would like during that period. So we have different avenues of, you know, getting a spiritual opportunity for you throughout the year. We also have cow cuddling at Mary's Land Farm. I know that sounds crazy, but cow cuddling is a very popular thing here. So I mean, by the university, I don't know about the United States in general. So there's a land farm that's about 50 minutes away from here, in which the animals there, mainly cows, but there's some horses that have been trained as pets to to be very friendly with humans. So you can brush them, you can get next to them. And then if they like you enough, they sit down and you can hold them and continue to brush them. And they say it's very therapeutic. I've been twice myself. I can't believe I went through it, but it is better than at least to me than it sounds like. It's a very good experience. It's called cow culling at Mary's Land Farm.
So we can go there?
Yes, you can. Usually like 6 at a time, but yeah, you say that. But we, offer different opportunities throughout the semester. So, again, something you're interested in, please let me know. Mental health awareness, though the counseling center, is responsible for many of the mental health things that we do. Campus ministry has its own part because spirituality is very big a part of mental health. So, we'll do our part in order to do that, especially during Mental Health Day, which I think is October 10th. So we'll make sure to have something and also make sure we have information to show you the links between mental health and spirituality, because that is so important. We also have opportunities for prayer and remembrance during close to Halloween, All Saints Day. Well, if you have someone that you would like to pray for who has passed away, we offer you the opportunity to write those on paper, and then they're hanged up in our chapel, and then we'll pray over those names. And then we'll, at least once a year, we have the opportunity for karaoke. So if you're a big karaoke fan, I'm a big karaoke guy, so come join us and we can sing as many songs as we want. Other spirituality things, we will have different faith sharing and small discussion groups. So faith sharing, the opportunity to just talk about what's happening in your lives, kind of compared to your faith. Maybe look at scripture or other religious texts in order to help with that, but just basically figure out connection to what's happening today and how do we deal with it. We'll also have a advocacy group, like in terms of social justice, to be able to talk about the different injustices that go on in the world and how do we look to transform those injustices. And there'll be opportunities for it, just to say, if you wanted to start your own small group. Like say, hey, you all wanted to start a small group about faith that's here. You have the opportunity to do so. Just need a small group leader who would be like formed and trained in it. And I would act as your advisor, and you would be able to meet whenever that will work out for you. So opportunities to meet in small groups are available here. I already talked about the Busy Person Twilight Retreats. Let's see. And then, yes, we offer a spiritual direction just in case you need it. So that could be just if you want to stop by and talk about something, or if you want to schedule an appointment, we have that available. So what's happening? We have the opening mass starting this Sunday at 6 p.m. and then we have wacky waffles afterwards. So we will have the opportunity to put your waffle mix in there, have waffle makers, and then we have all sorts of toppings to put on it. So that's this Sunday 6, and then the wacky waffles will be after that. First daily mass will be on Tuesday. First bilingual mass, we do Spanish and English. Language things will be on September 7th. First hospitality Sunday will be on the 14th. Talked about Mental Awareness Day. Community Day is something we do as a university. In the morning, we have a speaker that comes in and talks to all the students and staff. There's a free lunch for everyone who is here. And in the afternoon, there is different workshops on various topics that students can go to, as well as opportunity to plant, because we are big for Care Common Home at this university. So I think it's about 10 minutes to plant a tree. So if that's something you're interested in, or various other opportunities to help the environment, you can do it on that day or any other day. The faith sharing, advocacy groups, or any other small groups, hopefully will start in September. We'll do the Mary's Land Farm in October, the Twilight Retreat karaoke in October. And November is the overnight retreat and the global celebration of young people, which is just an opportunity that all across the world, different people during that week are young people that's, I want to say, from 12 to say 39. It's a large group, I know. Yes, yes. Yes, but I mean, still in college per se, right? Like, doesn't matter, just the opportunity to celebrate students who are in that and as all across different cultures, ethnicities, to be able to come together and do that. So we'll have a celebration for that.
What's the theme is for celebration?
I'm sorry, what's the theme?
The theme.
That's a good question. Usually there is a different theme every year. I'm not sure what this year's theme is. I'll know probably in a few weeks. And then that's something I also want to leave up to students like yourselves or other people to say, hey, how do we want to celebrate this day? What makes sense for us to do that? At the very least, we'll know there's a prayer that we say during this week that we'll say throughout the week for everyone to say, hey, this is our prayer for young people. But
So
yes.
what it actually means in terms of this program,
Mhm.
this means the undergraduate students and also postgraduate students.
You can say that, yes. So everyone, mostly, I would say it's most of the population for college campuses, but obviously, you know, there are adults who are older than that. But I don't think you can. I think the important thing is to celebrate young people, and if itself necessarily means that if you're older, you can't celebrate that. It's just that's the primary. Yes, yes, young at heart.
So, excuse me, can we
Yes.
have a list of all the programs you're mentioning?
Okay. Oh, so on the back you'll see all the things that I.
Oh,
but-
so are we schedule
Oh.
or details? You're in the details. Like
Oh, the details.
date?
Oh, yeah. So like as various things come on, if you see where the QR link is, that if you sign up to just, if you're interested in things, there'll be various campus emails that go out. Like there'll be one going out this weekend about, you know, some of the things that are coming up. And more of the details to come. There'll also be like a regular newsletter that you can just sign up for. You'll have all that information. So like we're good at, well, we have a little bit more ease to get that out to the student population. So as things come up, you'll see the various details coming out. So but what do we need? Because campus ministry isn't just 3 people who work for it, it's everyone, because we're a campus. So we need volunteers for Sundays, whether it be readers, singers, or people who do hospitality, small group leaders, as we talked about before, to help do small groups that we would hopefully like to do, as well as having a campus ministry leadership team. So I would love to have a set of people who help plan a lot of these activities. So if you're interested, or if you have ideas of how to be more inclusive to anyone that you know, yourselves, that we can do as part of the campus ministry, I would love to know. I'll love some help into getting those things, but you want to make sure that, again, your experience here is as good as possible and you get everything you need as part of campus ministry. Yes, and so you can go to the QR link to, if you're interested in signing up. That would be a tremendous help. Any questions? All right.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I'll make sure they get a copy.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Jacob, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. We're on to our second to last presenter. Jacob is joining us today from RUF Ministries. Looks like he's going to be passing out some papers. Do you need me to make any copies, Jacob, or you're good? Good?
Thank you.
He's going to share more about RUF International Ministries. And after Jacob finishes up, then Ryan and I will finish up. I'll share more about internships and we'll share the website. So Jacob, thank you so much for taking your time to join us today. Jacob is very familiar with your program and your cohorts, and he has interfaced with and supported many of our other student members and some of our graduates. So thank you, Jacob.
Thank you. Thank you for having me so much. Yeah, our organization is called REF International. I'm just going to go through the handout for you and just going to read this. And so REF International is a Christian campus organization and a group of community volunteers committed to serve international students and scholars from diverse cultural and religious backgrounds with love. We want to welcome you to Baltimore, help meet your physical, social, and spiritual needs, and provide a loving community for you. We have a tremendous group of volunteers who enjoy meeting and welcoming internationals from diverse backgrounds. So I'm the director and campus minister, and I have a lot of volunteers, American volunteers, to help you. When Dr. Miller mentions about cultural adjustment and community life So this is what we offer to you as an organization. We have our weekly programs at the International House. The address is on 2810 North Calvary Street. This is outside the campus, not inside the campus. We are an organization serving multiple universities, including this university and Johns Hopkins University. So we have a lot of international students. Our weekly programs on your handout, we have English conversations group, so you can learn idioms, you can phrases and practice, improve your English with our American volunteers. And we do this every Thursday night from 7 to 8, and then every Friday morning from 11 to 12. And we will start this in the first week of September. Every Friday, we have free lunch also, so you can come and enjoy lunch from 12 to 2 if you are able to. Most of you probably cannot because if you live here, but we do have a student. You might met the students from last year. His name is Sean, who happened to live just a block from the International House. And he always line up the first persons to get the meal, eat 15 minutes, and then he comes here. So every week Sean is with us. But on Friday night, we have International Quest. It's a dinner and Bible discussion groups where you can learn and discuss together about faith and life from stories from the Bible and learn about loving relationship with the God of all nations, all of you. And there are several of students from here who have been coming last year cohort and even July cohort students also have come to our programs in July. And other things we do, we have a monthly special events for you. I'll mention more about this in just a minute. We have hospitality meal at American Home. You know that 70% of international students in America have never been invited to American Home, but we want to make that a difference for you. We have a lot of American volunteers who will help us. If you sign up this program, and then I'll match you with an American family where they will invite you and bring you to their home on a weekend just to experience a meal at an American home. So if you would like to do that, you can sign up. You can see our website. We have a website. A lot of other things we do. We take students to go to get international food shopping trips. For a lot of Chinese students, they like to go to Great Wall Supermarket. So we can do that. I have American volunteers who can take you to go shopping on the weekend. And then we also offer a ride to visit a local church. If you are interested to visit a local American church, you can let us know. So here is the upcoming special events. We have a big one in 2 weeks, which is, we call it International Welcome Picnic, welcoming the nations on Saturday, August the 30th. This is on Saturday before Labor Day on Monday. Labor Day is a national holiday, so schools are closed, you don't have classes. Now, I already have about over 100 students signed up for this. There's just a few spots left. If you would like to go to join this, you can sign up by Friday, by this coming Friday. Send me an email or message, and I'll give you a registration there. Now, on the back of your handout is the locations of our ministry meeting space. So we meet at the house, just like a regular house that we call it International House. How do you get there from here or from Homeland area? You can use a public bus. Just use a Google Map. You're in America, download Google Map. It's one of the best app in America. So it's only costs $2, but you may find other students from here or Homeland area that go there, and you can take an Uber together. It's cheaper because we do have several students who have been coming to our programs. If you come to the evening programs, we surely can give you a ride back home to here or to Homeland area. We have volunteers who can do that. Just because our volunteers usually go early, like 30 minutes early before our program starts to help set up, so they can go pick you up. But if you can go there by bus or by Uber, then we can surely take you back home. Yeah, we have our website. So if you have any questions, you can email me. You can contact me. Thankful. I'm thankful again. Yes.
So if we would like to go to this Saturday.
Yes, you can send me an email. I'll put my email there. My contact, Jacob Jasons, and my email. I'll give you a registration link. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to do that by this week.
Yes. I also bring my daughter with me.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Price for 10, a person, what's that mean?
Per persons, yeah, per persons. For children is children is free. Yeah, either cash or a lot of students use Zelle or Venmo. It's very easy. I can help you with that.
Yeah, so I understand, do you have any link so I can paste?
Yes, I can give you the link.
He's telling you an app in which you can do a pay, and if you're interested, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
again. I appreciate it.
For joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ryan, you wanna go first, because I think
Sure.
we're gonna go over shortly. If you and
I'll be brief.
need to leave, I can.
Totally fine.
Thanks.
So I know we're giving you a lot of information. I am well aware of that. So how can we kind of keep you organized and keep you in the loop? So what I've done is, when I came back, I was on sabbatical last fall. And when I came back, I really wanted to help out the GEI program because I loved it so much. I've been working with students from China for probably the last 7 or 8 years, and I've just fallen in love. Hardworking, willing to take chances, really willing to be helpful, is kind, courteous. I fell in love with teaching the student population. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to help you as you're coming over here, and you're taking a big chance and like a sacrifice of coming to a new place and really trying to serve our students. So what I ended up doing is I really wanted to support you the best way I could. So one of the services I've offered is I created what's called the GEI website. So what I ended up doing is I'm an educational technology professor, so I work with technology. So one of the things that they love me to do here is develop websites. So what I'm going to do right now, actually, I'm going to show you a website that you can either take the pic. Oh, darn, hold on. Let me minimize this. Here's the website right here. So you can take a picture, you can enter it in. I'm just going to leave it up there a minute. I'll also make sure that you get an email with this followed up information. So, yep. So I wish I could make it shorter, but unfortunately I'd have to pay a lot of money for it. So this website, what I've done is I've taken all of the important information from this orientation, from the university, and I'm trying to put it on a place personalized for your cohort. So information on, like, say for instance, if you need to contact counseling, you can. If you want to learn about some things that are going on at the university, you can. If you need to get a hold of somebody that you just listened to today, you can. So I tried to provide you with a place and a space digitally that you can kind of keep in the information. I know you're new to the country. I know that you're new to this place. So I wanted to provide you, does it have everything? No, but it's a start. It's a step in the right direction to help support you. So if you click on this link, just gonna go, you will arrive at this location right here, which I've been using as the agenda on the home site right here. So this is the GEIs. This is the classroom last year. So these are the graduates. They graduated last May. And this is the background information about the GEI program that started last year. Okay. What I've prepared for you is all sorts of information here. Okay. So around campus, I've given you a campus map. Now, you can zoom in. It's a PDF. You're more than welcome to download it and go from there. I gave you the location and hours of the gift shop downstairs. Provide you the phone number. There's the link to the bookstore. So if you have to go and look on bookstore, if you're not interested, go to Amazon, or you need to find out what book is up, you can. Special events. So not only am I tying you in, so RUF, the contact information that he just gave you, I put up there from last month when we had our other orientation. So I put that thing up there for you already. I've also given you links to the main Notre Dame events calendar. This is all the a calendar that's going on around campus. So if there's like Community Day is October 21st, you would get a notification on that space. There's also what they call the 7-day emailings, which is the upcoming events that are happening that week. So if you want to stay in the loop, a lot of you are already talking about, I want to go to RUF, I want to do this, I want to do that. You can tie into this, you can click on this link and you can stay informed. Because I know this is a massive university with a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different activities. It's hard to keep track of it sometimes, especially considering that many of you have families and you're going to be in schools. So we want you to feel like you belong to this university and its student population. So we try to provide you with as much information. There's even social media accounts if you're interested. Now, in addition, we plan on not only the RUF ministries, not only what the campus minister Rudy had mentioned about like doing the cow activity and stuff, and we also plan, like it's usually every month, we plan a fun activity for you all to do as a cohort. I know that at September 11th, I'll give you more information about that in the future. September 11th, they're inviting an amount. I know it's kind of limited spacing for an evening cruise, like it's a sunset cruise through the, trying to remember the exact link. I have to put the information up. I just found out about it today. So there's going to be other things, and I'm already planning a really fun activity at the library on a maker space. This is where you actually go and create things and build things and do things. Last time we looked at the virtual reality setup that they have there. We looked at making different arts and crafts and stuff. So I'm already working on that. That's probably going to be October, late September, early October thing. I'm working on it with my contact at the library. So we're constantly doing activities. We will share that not only through usually like a cohort, through like an email, but we also provide it here on the website for you. Okay. So anyway, there's special events. Now, we also know that you need support, like all the colleagues that just came through and talked with you here. And like, how do I get a hold of these people? We provided all that information here for you. If you need office accessibility, you can reach out to here. If you want to contact the counseling center and request an appointment, you can do it here. If you need information about the Office of Community Standards, you can reach in here. If you need health services, student emergency funds, all of it and all the information I can provide you is here. Okay. Orientation, alumni. I'm working on trying to get a list of the alumni from last year. So this way, if they are willing to share their information with you, you can contact them with any questions. I'm currently working on this around town link. This is like information on what's going on around Baltimore. Like, it's not going to be, oh, on this date, I can't keep a running active calendar of everything that goes on in Baltimore. It's too busy. But what I can do is make suggestions on things that you can potentially do. Like, here's a resource to Welcome Baltimore. This is a document you can download. It'll talk about like what are some of the traditions, some of the sites that you can go visit. And I'm sure you're going to find a lot more things than I can provide for you on a short document. Almost done, then I can give it over. So I'm going to work on a faculty and staff page that kind of goes over who are your faculty, your staff. You can see here's Dr. Kui. There's Dr. Patty Silver, who she works with me a lot to try and support the GEI students. She's on vacation. She's gonna be, she regrets missing you all. She's very passionate and active with working with GEI students. And there's me, and I'm working on other lists. Oh, there's Molly. Molly, nice picture. And anyway, I'll keep on updating, with Lauren's new. I'll absolutely get her information in there too, and all your other faculty that you'll be having throughout the year. This is constantly like I'm working on this in the background as I get up more information. There's information on security and get another campus map. Important offices, as in like, where do I find things like the business office, billing and information like that, students forums. There's a lot more to visit here. There's also information on the library. So here's all of your information about the library. I try to keep up on their hours. They change hours seasonally. So it's kind of like weird, like summer hours are different than like fall hours. But here's a lot of information, all the different services that they have. I will continue to update this for you to give you more information. Okay. Thank you. So on that note, I'm going to ask Molly to join me. She is going to go over her guide, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about just very briefly, the handbook. And then I'll just share a little information about internship. And then I do want to allow time for us to walk over to Rice Hall so that you can get your IDs. I can't stay with you long. I have a 3:30 meeting, but you will be seeing a lot of me. So it won't be the last time we're together. Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so Within the website, you'll find a link to the GEI handbook. The GEI handbook is specifically related to your internships. So some of you will be beginning internships this fall, or mostly fall B, which is going to be about midway through October. Some of you will not be beginning your internships until later in the program because you've extended your program to graduate in May of 2027. So if you are extending your program, you'll begin with coursework only. So you will not start your internships yet, and that is A-okay. For my students that are going to be in their part-time internships this fall, some of you won't begin until fall B, which I've shared with you. And again, that is okay. You will still fulfill program requirements. That is a result of having so many of you, which is wonderful, and a lot of placements to coordinate. So I appreciate your patience there, which I have been sharing with all of you in email updates. For my students who are going to be interning this fall, you can start to peruse or look at this handbook. You'll see it's a very thorough guide for the entire year of internship experiences. It's very long. You don't need to read it word for word. We're going to review the important information together on Friday. And for my future interns, we will have orientation when it comes time for your internships. So before you begin an internship, you will always have an orientation. So whether it's before the part-time or the full-time, we have one each semester. So just be assured that you will get the information that you need before you are starting in your schools. Okay, so I'm going to briefly go over to my PowerPoint. So again, I'm going to speak more about this for my fall interns on Friday, but you can see the semesters at a glance. When you have your part-time internship, you will be reporting 4 days a week. So that's Monday through Thursday for approximately 5 hours per day. The part-time experience is primarily observational. So you are engaging with the school community. You are building relationships with students and your mentor teacher. You are learning the curriculum and instructional strategies and methods. Right? You are really taking that time to observe and absorb information. Because for many of you, this is our first time in an American school, right? They have different methods, different curriculum, different culture. We really want to allow you that time to really build those relationships and gain a new understanding before you are expected to begin teaching and delivering instruction. During the full-time internship semester, you will be reporting 5 days per week full-time. So you're mirroring a full teacher workday. That spans for the length of the semester plus a couple weeks. So it's about 20 weeks in length. And for the internships, you will be in 2 different schools, or if you are in the same school, you'll have 2 different mentor teachers and placements. And we do that so that we ensure that you receive diverse and varied experiences, right? We want you to have experience working with different types of students, different ages, different needs, and also to work with different mentors. We know that teachers have different instructional styles and methods. They have different classroom management styles. We want you to see a variety of instructors and methods throughout your time in the schools. This is going to help you ensure that you are prepared to become a professional, right? When you are applying for jobs, we want to ensure that you're prepared to support all different types of students, not just a small group that you were working with during your internship, right? So by having diverse exposure, we ensure preparedness for our future career opportunities. Okay, so and then back to the fall when we're in our part-time, we know that on Fridays, we are reporting to campus for our in-person courses. And for my students that are on this very fast track, right, that are graduating in May, the fall is going to be very busy. You have a lot of coursework, right? We're going to be getting started in our schools. So I encourage you to reach out if you need additional support. Just as Ryan and Nick shared, we have a lot of supports built in. You have your instructors, you'll have your university supervisor. That's going to be the individual who comes to your school and evaluates you and supports you. Each intern is assigned a supervisor, so you'll be working with them. And we have those success coaches available as well. All right. Oh, so for the part-time internship, the 5 hours a day, that schedule is going to be determined between you and your mentor teacher. So if you need to commute in the morning and you need additional time, right, you may not arrive until say 9 o'clock or 9:30. That's okay, as long as you're fulfilling your 5 hours that day. Again, this just highlights that during the part-time, we're primarily engaged in observation. And in the full-time, we're going to be gradually increasing our responsibility to take over full teaching responsibilities. So that is the goal. You'll see that highlighted here in this visual. At the beginning of our internships, our mentor teacher in blue has full teaching responsibility. Eventually, by the end of the internship, you, the student intern, will assume full teaching responsibilities. We will get you to that. All right, so my next steps are that I'm actively working on pairing students with highly qualified mentor teachers within local school systems, either Baltimore City Public Schools or Baltimore County Public Schools. Students who are going to be interning this fall have been working on scheduling their fingerprinting appointments. If you're not interning yet, you can just kind of hold on to this and know that information will be coming as we approach your timeline. As I shared, we will have in-person part-time internship orientation on Friday. This is only intended for students who are completing their program in May of 2026. If you're not doing that yet, you're not doing the part-time internship yet, please do not attend. It will not make sense for you and you don't need to worry about it yet, okay? As I promised, we will have orientation for you when it is your time. We're going to focus on one thing at a time, ensure that we're sticking to our plan of study one day at a time, one meeting, one course at a time. So that was so much information that you received today. And Ryan is going to share all of this with everybody so that you have the website. You'll have all of these presentations, all of the links, all of the materials. Take your time going through it. Take an exhale, take a walk around campus. We're going to go get your IDs, visit the library, right? Go get something to eat, warm up. This has been so much information today, but trust that you have time to review that this week before the semester begins on Monday, right? We don't have in-person classes until Friday, but you're going to want to be sure to log into Canvas next week when the semester begins, because you may have some assignments or preparation work to ensure that you're ready for your classes on Friday. Okay, so check out the syllabus, any announcements from your instructors. My office is within this sort of vestibule. I'm over here on the side. Lauren's office is right by the elevators, between the restrooms and the elevator right there. So we are here pretty regularly. Sometimes we work from home, so I'll share my schedule with you all so you have that. But we're certainly always available to meet via Zoom. And I know that Donna Schisler has been working with all of you as well in terms of assisting with plans. She is working with and training Lauren as Lauren joins the university. So she's always an assistant as well. All right, we're only 4 minutes over, so that's not too bad. We're going to share all this information with you, and we just thank you all for joining us and for taking the courage to join this program. We feel very lucky to have you and to work with you in the semesters ahead.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and we have some little welcome bags here for you, so please take one before you leave. There's some NDMU goodies inside.